going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode, or a Minecraft episode. Um, so, I am very sorry for last video. Um, I kind of, a little bit thought that my audio was working that whole time, or for the whole day, might I add. But, I mean, that's done and over with now. It's a new day. So, yeah. Oh well. Okay. So, one thing I want to say, this is a hardcore Minecraft series. So, yep, there's that. And also this is going to be hour-long episodes. And for this, I want to say the series is special because we're going to be trying to do a one build per episode. I mean, as last episode we just started, so we didn't exactly get much done. We were trying to establish where we're going, where we were staying, and this is what we came up with. This rough outline is supposed to be and you're going to probably ask why I broke that, because it's hardcore. If we die, we're dead. The world is gone. And that's the point why we're trying to make a new building per video to make sure that we prolong this as long as we can. So, this is supposed to be a tavern or a rough layout, and this is going to be a second story, and I already know what I want to do. Okay, so we're here. We're gonna make it two different, or have two different, who's and what's its rooms, kind of like, or this is gonna be a tavern inn type of thing. It's gonna be pretty cool if I don't say so myself. And then we're gonna have over here a little stairway that comes down, kind of like an alleyway. And yeah, and then maybe possibly through here is going to be a pathway. So yeah, but without further ado, let's jump into this episode. I always want to keep a bed with me so I can sleep and prevent mobs from spawning, because right now we don't want to run into that and have the possibility of dying. So what I'm gonna do, okay, so there's already torches placed around. I'm gonna place some on the top story as well, because I want to prevent mob spawning as much as I possibly can. And then just in case, the surrounding area as well. Um, so yeah, so this is going to be a tavern, and I believe it's going to be quite a build. Because also, I'm not terribly good at building anything, so this is kind of pushing me to make something of that. Okay, so I'm going to run on over here, and we're going to need some cherry blossom, because I want to make the walls out of cherry blossom. The first story, or the first floor right over there, is going to be like cobblestone, andesite, the grays. I want to do a lot of grays, and then maybe some mossy stuff. Yeah, like that. If I can find some vines, that would be absolutely perfect. And also another thing I did, I trapped the villagers inside of their little houses. Ultimately, what I also want to do is go back to these houses and sort of change them. Is my render distance the exact same as it was last time? I'm gonna lower it to 23. There we go. So it's far, but not too far. Okay. So, like I was saying, the videos are going to be around an hour long, so it's just going to be a yapathon. Any and every topic is going to get covered. Put down in the comments what you want to talk about, and we'll talk about it. Within reason, of course. Within reason. Um, so yeah, I know last episode I was talking about Fallout. If you've seen any of my other videos, from my reclamation series, I talked on the fact that I played Fallout 4, and I've been doing a little legendary playthrough series. Nothing too big. I mean, I've been playing for a couple months now on it, and I've been doing a survival run, with like the highest difficulty I could put on it, just to have a challenge. Nothing too big. Just enough to make me sweat and kind of challenge myself. I'm not too big of um a whatchamacallit Fallout fan. So I haven't played any of the prior games besides maybe I think I've played whatchamacallit. I've played Fallout 3 for maybe max 5 hours, and that was it. I don't think I played farther than that in one go. So I mean, there's that. I'm gonna light this up to prevent spawns. Ooh, okay. Oh, and also another thing I like that I'm going to address. I like to be very difficult. So when it comes to these builds, I want to prevent myself and prevent progression as much as I possibly can. So like I want to make so for me to make any tools of or metal tools. So I'll say iron, right? Or let's go as far as copper. For me to even do that, what makes sense to me is to make a smithing hut or like a smith's, right? Or a blacksmith or something of the sorts, right? And and then I get quote unquote access to be able to smelt copper and create copper tools and things of the sorts. Kind of locking things behind progression. So one, it prolongs everything. It makes it take a whole lot longer. And two, I mean, it just makes it a tad bit more fun. Okay. So what I also want to do is something like this. Um, to give it some 3D texture. I've seen this around. I haven't dabbled in it, but I see why not to try and do it now. So kind of like giving it like a 3D accent to it. Um, so I'm gonna do that. Yeah, because that's not that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to continue with the foundation, or the first story, I would say. Only do it, just bringing corners up and everything. Okay, something like this. And I believe this is as high as I kind of want the first story to go. Is up 4 blocks. And then, well, actually, I'm gonna need to bring it up 5. Oh, no. Like so. I believe, because then I'm going to bring around on the outside of this. So what I want to do, well, I'm going to need to make a new axe. But I'm going to strip these logs, or these spruce logs. And speaking of that, I need to plant some spruce saplings, like so. Oh, like, oh yeah, I'll just place them right there, so that I can get this down. But I want to, I'm not 100% sure. I I want to possibly strip these logs, or the logs I put across I'm gonna strip, or some. No, yeah, I think I like that. Across will be stripped logs. Okay. So then right here is where I'm going to start coming across like this. Like so. And then I'll strip those. How does that look? Yes, I like that. Okay. Um, and bam. There we go. And then I want to keep like my first set of wooden tools kind of as like mementos, so like later on in the series we can look at it and be like, oh, my first axe, and put them in like item frames or something. Something cool. Okay. There we go. And then I'll do it over to here. Again, just to make sure if I like the way it looks. Because I'm still going to be using stripped spruce no matter what. Well, yeah. See the comparison, how they look. Yeah, I feel like it just looks too dark if I have it all spruce log. Or stripped. Okay, so there we go. And then what I want to do is come in with these cherry planks and come in like so. Like this. I know it's interesting, and it's probably not going to be too appealing, but it's something different, out of the ordinary. And that's the whole point, so making something that is not... Well, it's not that it's not appealing, but it's more so it's unseen, and that's what it's going to be. It's like unique. Okay. I see that's interesting. So, you know what? Trust in the process. Trust in the process. Um, yeah. So what I want to do is what I am going to do is I'm going to lay out everything. Um, uh, my question is, do I want that to be right here actually, instead of pushing it up to there? Maybe. I'm looking at that, and I want to say I'm not gonna get rid of this, but I think it'd be best to still have it like so. Okay. So this is still going to be um whatchamacallit, cherry wood planks. Just I want this to be aligned with this, maybe. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, because I don't think it'll look good with it just poking out like that. Maybe. Hmm. You know what? We're going with it. We're gonna see how this looks. We'll try this out. And that's one thing I also have to remember, is that this is not gonna be, not permanent, but the cobblestone is not going to be permanent. It's not just going to be cobblestone. It's going to also be whatchamacallit. Uh, Something like this. Yeah. Okay. I like that. But it's going to be mixed in with the other grays like tough, um, andesite, um, mossy cobblestone, so on and so forth. I don't really want to do mossy cobblestone because I feel like it makes it dirty and it looks like it's unkempt, or unkept. So yeah, I'm not too 100% certain on that front, but it is what it is. Again, we'll see how things go. Maybe we have it a little bit unkept, just just to add like a little bit of character to it, and we'll see where that goes. Because what I originally had in mind was using diorite and calcite in like white blocks to kind of make a colonial-esque type build, but not 100% certain that that's really the best way to go with that. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing with that. Okay, there we go. And this can just be replaced with that. There we go. And then this can be whatever it wants, like cobblestone coming out here or something. Have a feeling I want this to kind of be like stone-ish, since it's coming down, and then it's just coming out and around. So yeah. Yeah, I kind of like that. So this whole wall already is going to be stone. Or not stone, or, yeah, it's going to be stone, andesite, so on and so forth. Okay. Well, we're running out of food. We're not running out, but we kind of need food. Well, you know what I can do? I can make a campfire and cook up these potatoes. There we go. Bam, bam, and then just, there we go. And then slap some potatoes down, and there we go. Ooh, didn't even see this. And then just pick this up, and then once I get 4 saplings, or a little bit more, what I want to do is get going on moving the, whatchamacallit, uh, moving to using the 4 saplings and making the gigantic pillar spruce trees, so that we can get more bang for our buck when it comes to that. Yes. I think that it would be better to use a hoe, because that is the correct tool to use for this, I think. Ooh, idea for possibly next episode if we can't get something done in this episode. Making a logger's house or something like that. I know I'm gonna need to plant one of these too, so I'm just gonna do that. Okay, but yeah, making like a logger's house or something. Maybe putting it over there or something. I don't know, something like that. Maybe that'd be would be a cool thing to do. What am I doing? Stone, cobblestone. Okay. Well, actually, let me mine up 3 of these so I can make another stone pickaxe. And then I can go and mine a little bit more stone. And then make a furnace so I can start working on, 1, getting more stone, or smelting the cobble into stone. And then, yeah, something like that. Gonna try to collect a lump sum of these eggs as well, so that I can make a chicken coop as well. Definitely think that would be useful. So yeah. Okay, so let's talk about a different topic. Or a topic. So, ooh, thing that I've been getting into recently is Vault Hunters. The modded Minecraft pack or mod pack. There we go. By Iskal, I want to say. I can't. I want to say it's Iskal. Um, and it's really fun. I've been getting really deep into it recently, or not really deep into it, but I've gotten possibly surface level. I'm not 100% sure where my progression is at. I've completed a couple of quests that they have. Um, so I mean, it's pretty decent, really fun. I would say with the RPG aspect of it, I find it a little bit difficult using the skills that they have, or there is. But that's just me personally. Because I mean, my one big thing is like keybinds and conflicting keybinds and everything. I kind of wish I just had a button for everything and something like that. So it's a little bit difficult, I would say. But something I'm getting into soon is possibly doing a dinosaur mod pack, something like Jurassic Park-esque. And yeah, I'm gonna see how that goes. I might play it after I've finished recording with this, and I'm gonna see if it's a mod pack or a not mod pack material, but a series material, and see if it's really fun and it's like a homey mod pack or something. I don't exactly want to do that unless, I mean, say down in the comments if you'd like that. Um, Otherwise, I don't really think that'd be a good idea since I'm already having this mod pack, or not mod pack, this series, since it's also a sit down homie series, and it's like a uh not long, well yeah, it's a long term, I would say. So or it's a long term series where it's going to be hopefully quite a long time, not completing the entire game in a day, type of thing. So, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can go to like some small caves and pick up like some andesite real close to the surface. Otherwise, I don't really want to mess with it. Okay. Um, so yeah. That's my idea and kind of goal with this. I don't want to really mess with any mobs to one per or ooh, yep, that's a creeper. But I don't really want to mess with anything and have the potential of dying. I already am hurting myself already with fall damage. I don't exactly want to do that by just misdoing or missing a click on hitting a zombie or a skeleton. I mean, if you guys have seen my reclamation series, I have died so many times to just random skeletons, and I'm just terrible at that. Okay, take a look over here. Nope, just a lot of diorite. Okay. Not exactly what. Can you make? I want to say you can make andesite from diorite, can't you? Let me see. Yes, you can. Oh. Oh yeah, that's so simple too. Okay. Well, now I'm gonna grab some diorite while I'm at it. Tough will be late added probably later on once I get like a miner's hut established because I mean that's in the deeper levels of caves or I'm not 100% sure about that. This is also giving me an excuse to learn more about the more recent updates and things that or not more relevant knowledge, but more so knowledge I probably wouldn't know baseline anymore because I've been playing Minecraft for a long time, but there's a lot of things I have no idea about. But I do know some unique knowledge, like there is a specific iron level, or so every single ore has a specific level. Like coal, it is more common to spawn above Y level. Wait, F3. Yep. What Y level am I at? I think it's Y level 50. It has a better likelihood to spawn in higher up elevation. Okay, there we go. Now we have some andesite, but what I want to do is plaster the outside with cobblestone. And one, mark out where I want... Well, actually, no, I want to... Okay, so my idea is taking a ton of these blocks and everything, and, whatchamacallit, coming in with the andesite over here, and, whatchamacallit, kind of painting it in there, to give it like a randomness, and then kind of framing everything. Like, I already know where I want some things, like I was talking about yesterday, which no one could hear me. So, one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use dirt to line where I want things. So like right here, I want a 3 window. Right here is gonna be the door. 3 window right here. Not 100% sure with this one. I'm gonna leave that up in the air. And then same for this one. I'm possibly thinking maybe a 2er and a 2. I'll have to look. This side I don't really want anything because, well, one, it's covered by blocks over here, so I don't exactly want it to have anything. And I need more cobblestone. Oh, I kinda need to get inside so I can use the stairs. Oh wait, no I don't. Outside stairs right here. Awesome. There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna make my trek back over. I'll do it over here. I'll mine. Well, now I'll make my way back over here because there is the stony shores that I can take advantage of. Okay, now I'm going to spam the bed until it allows me to sleep. I think you can also look towards the sky, and as soon as you see stars, you're able to sleep. Like that, right there. So when you see stars, you're able to sleep. Sorry about my like voice cracking a lot. Again, I'm still trying to get over the sickness, and with my nose being somewhat stuffy, it's a little bit awkward. It's making my voice break a whole lot more. Um, and that's also another thing. I'm gonna try to clean up my speech as well. Stop saying a lot of ums, and yeah, hopefully that works out in my favor. I hope it does. So, this is kind of a form of public speaking for me as well too. I'm not exactly a talkative person outside of, I mean, I guess regular normal speech from people, I guess. So this form of public speaking, in a way, kind of gives me another form to speak and correct my speech. Not speech impediment. I don't have an impediment, but more so thinking of what I want to say, have it come out more concise. Because I believe, well, I mean, there's been multiple people, like on podcasts and whatever, and like public speakers that say that if you like record yourself speaking and you listen back to it, and then just fixing things that you hear, you're like bound to speak better. And, um, yeah, like using a lot of less, or a lot less more ums and ands and so on. So I definitely think it'd be pretty nice to do that. So yeah, quite the journey or self-improvement journey I'm thinking of and hoping that I pursue and continue to go on. Um, but yeah, so pretty neat, pretty awesome if I don't say so myself. Okay, so oh, where was I on about? Besides speech impediments and so on and so forth. Uh, oh wait, can I do this? Yes, I can. Um, hmm. I mean, I can't really think of anything. So, I guess that means next topic. So, one game that I really want to start playing soon is Terraria. And if no one knows what Terraria is, look it up. No, I'm joking. Terraria is um a two-dimensional pixel game, and it's really fun. It has guns. It has anything under the sun. It has floating eyeballs that shoot lasers. It has bosses. It has everything that you can think of. And I guess the best way to explain it to people that watch a lot of Minecraft, I would say, is it's similar to Minecraft. I believe they did a collaboration. Like, if you look at the, title screen of Minecraft, they mention each other in their title screens, which is really cool. Ooh, okay. So I can actually start on making those colossal uh, spruce house or spruce spruce trees. Ah yes, the spruce trees. And the reason why I'm doing this is so that it doesn't spread podzol. So that is going to grow up eventually. Potatoes. Well, I don't think that's really. Why not? So, yeah. Um, yeah. Okay. Well, actually, what I want to do, I want to space this out a little bit more so that I can get behind it. So I'll do something like this so that I know what I want without it be impeding what I want to put down. Okay, so I know that andesite is really good being placed next to each other. And that's also something pretty cool. So like, if I were to break right here in particular, bam bam, they look pretty nice together. But now, if I were to take it and place it on top of each other, like so, it doesn't exactly look right, like kind of like this. So now, if I take that and I plug that back up, it now looks kind of better, I would say. So kind of using it as a side-by-side sort of thing instead of an on top of each other makes it look natural. Kind of like it was meant to be placed there, in a way. Now again, remember, for this in particular, we are laying out how we want it to look. And then we're coming in and cutting our cookie cuttering it out um, to make what we or have it make what we want. Okay. Yeah, I like this. And then maybe putting one right here. There we go. And then possibly, yeah, I'll do one right here too. Bam. And then that leads us into a good right there. And then I'm feeling up for it for being right here too. There we go. Now I'm gonna go on, pick these up, go on the inside and pick up the leftovers, and then I'll place that towards there. And I feel like the floor is going to be oak. And then that's that. That's that. Okay. So there we go. We have that. I want to move it. I want to do next right here. There we go. So you see how I'm doing it, kind of like a staggeredness. Not exactly having a rhyme or reason, but something that I'm sort of liking. I want to go back up here. And then haven't had one here in a little bit. So there we go. Yeah. Ooh, idea. I could put one right here, spicing it up a bit. Oh, never mind. Gotta get some more diorite. And there we go. See, that's simple as that. And now what we can also do, since we already have that down, we want a 3 window right here, cookie cutter. And yeah, it kind of sucks that we get rid of some of the andesite that we want, or what we placed, but that's the whole point. And then right here, going to do something like this. And the reason why I'm cutting it 3 tall is so that we can put like a stair right there or a trap door, and it kind of assimilates the door and makes it look better in a way. Adds more depth and detail, kind of like what I'm doing right now. So we're going to do a 3-1 right here, like so. And now all of this is going to add a new layer of depth. Is there andesite stairs? Yes, there is. Awesome. So that could be a new layer of depth as well. We could turn these into stairs, or we could turn this or this one into stairs, and the panes look really good with that. We could do that. We could do that. And now we're able to take these away, like so. There we go. See? Looks nice. Alright. Sun's coming down. I'm gonna put a halt on this for right now. Oop, there we go. That's a lot of spruce logs that we're getting for free, might I add. Only with the cost for the cost of a whatchamacallit, 4 saplings. But the only drawback is that it has a little bit of leaves on top. And that's the only part that sucks. But also, did you know, that's there for a reason. Mojang thought that, or the developers of Minecraft thought it'd be a good idea for, like, if a tree provides less logs, it provides more saplings, and if it provides more logs, then it provides less saplings. So that's why, like with dark oak trees, there's not a lot of leaves on it, but they do give you a ton of logs, which is the whole point. Okay, there we go. Now let's take a look on the outside and see how this looks. Whoa, okay, I'm liking this, I'm liking this. Yes. Maybe, hold on, if we can find the middle point, we can put one down, or put another one down right here. Or if it's an even, or if it is even, we can put 2 down and make it look like it's a pillar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So since this is a 12 gap, that means right here is the center, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, right here's the center. So if we take two of those and we double them up and then put them all the way up, we can put some stairs around it and make it look like this is a crucial pillar or some sorts. And yeah, ooh, which wouldn't be too bad of an idea since there's a large gap and there's only two pillars in here, or one pillar can make two pillars having this go all the way up, and it's kind of like two areas right there. Pretty awesome. Okay, so let's get, oh, the pods will spread anyways. Darn it. Okay, well that sucks. I didn't want it to change the landscape at all, but at least we have some dirt on us so that we can make this change. Well, I was kind of expecting that. It was a little bit too close to the dirt anyways. I don't exactly know what I was expecting, but oh well. We now know. So we can have it set a little bit farther. Oh, did not want to do that. So now we can have it set a little bit farther away, and it probably wouldn't do this again. There we go. Okay, now we can just mine that up, like so. Place that block, and then begin the mine. What was that? Oh, chicken. Okay. Thought that was a dog or like something. Scared me a bit. Okay. And I know you guys are gonna hate this. I'm not gonna completely chop down the whole tree. Or maybe I will. Don't really know 100% yet. But what I do know is I think it'd be pretty interesting. Or not interesting. I want to see how or what to do with the spruce logs next. Do I want to make it bigger, the same size? Ooh, that was a close one. I kind of forgot that this was a hardcore world, and I was getting a little bit too antsy on the side. Okay. Alright, time to come down slowly. Just kind of forgetting that fall damage kinda hurts. Maybe. Okay, now we have 40, back to the number that we had, and we can continue this. There we go. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I believe it's gonna be this spot. Nope, that one. That was close. Okay. And then yeah, this is gonna be a railing. Yeah, 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 yeah. I like this. I like this idea. Okay. Yeah. Look at that. Okay. So now we're gonna go do this. Okay. Alrighty. So here we go. And then this is where we build up on this. Okay. Alright. This is actually pretty nice. And then we could have like single windows here. Ooh, this could be a, nope, yep, single window. Alright. Good rule of thumb is to have or two blocks on the side instead of one. Kind of makes it look a little bit better and a lot cleaner. Okay, there we go. Now we take this and clean it on up. And then we can place down another cherry sapling. And yeah, there's that. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. In the comments, ask if you want to see any FPS games. Or not ask, but I'm asking you if you want to see any FPS games either. Because I mean, I'm not too big of an FPS person, but I do dabble. I've been playing Call of Duty for a very long time. Am I good? That's left up to interpretation. But um, if Minecraft's not your style and you want something more fast paced, put down in the comments. See if you want to see a horror game or something like that. And I can see what I can do. And yeah, maybe we could have have some fun there. Okay. All right, I'm gonna change all of these logs into planks. Okay. There we go. And then, nope. Do something like that. And then, ooh, also do that as well. Okay. There we go. Laying out some windows for the top story as well. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, we're not really using these rooms for anything anyways. So we can just do this. Have it quite a windowy room, or rooms. And then come in over here. And then one thing that's also cool is we could put dirt right there. Actual dirt. And put it right there. And then we can put it around and we have a little terrace. Which is also pretty nice if I don't say so myself. I might actually put the blocks coming through right here just to cut this up a little bit so it's not all pink. But also another thing I can do is I can have the spruce and use it to accent around things as well. So there is that too. Okay, and then right here, well, obviously one we're gonna have to put that there. Oh, that's a bat. Whew. I don't know why, but everything is scaring me all of a sudden. That scared me. I don't know why a bat's over here. I don't know. I've been playing a lot of modded recently, or modded Minecraft recently, and a lot of things are very scary for no apparent reason. Okay, so now we need to chill out. Ooh, we have another cherry log. I stand corrected. I was gonna say we need to chill out and then work on something else, but if we have another cherry log, I see why not. There we go. Okay. So one thing I probably want to do is put a... Well, yeah, I want to put a ladder right here. So maybe I could put like a small window right here. Nothing too fancy, and then block that up. Yeah. Okay, so while I'm at... Ooh, okay, yes, I do have more cobblestone. Make a furnace, our first furnace of the series. I'm gonna be quite nice with it. Throw 3 in there, and then that means I'll go over to the sand once the night is over, if I can find my bed. Right here. Um, get 16, 20, 24 sand. Trying to maximize as well how much coal I use. Because if you did not know, 1 coal equates to being able to smelt 8 different items. So if you, by saying, with that being said, you're able to maximize how much items you can have smelted and save as much coal as you can, or as you want. Me personally, I like to save as much coal as I possibly can, so I never have to really worry about it, or worry about going into the mines. Um, so, yeah, that's always a plus. Um, that, and I don't have to do any surprise runs to the, um, caves or anything, and I can do more of the things that I want to do. Not so much of things that I have to do. Like, I have to get coal so I can get lighting in. I have to get coal for smelting, or I have to do this, I have to do that. No, 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 no. By maximizing it, I don't have to do anything, and I have everything optimized. Okay, so that's 24. So that should give me just about... Ooh, I need to put some logs there, I just realized that. I'm not going to be putting a window where a wall is. And that's not going to be nice. Ooh, this is an interesting cherry tree. Having 3 prongs, one going up. It usually is just going to the side. Like so. So this is quite interesting indeed. But I'm not complaining. There we go. Okay, now time to do this. Alrighty. Okay, coming in here with some of these logs. There we go. Yeah, that's right, that's right, that's right. I want to plug this all up, like so. Oop, nope. There we go. And this is gonna be a good wall. I really see no point in just putting a random window there. So, I'll just put the rest of them down. Like so. Because there's already a lot of windowage. So I don't really see a point in doing all of that work. I'm trying to see if I want to have it all pink or just the exterior. Maybe interior be something different. Ooh, that is indeed a lot of pink. Maybe I can kind of separate this by making it, by using some spruce or something. Like so. Yeah, I like that. So it is using everything. Like so. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Using a little bit more. There we go. There we go. That, and we're not using it for everything. And that's also another thing, see? Like, looking like this. Now we have 2 different looking doors. One that's here, and then one that goes into the center. Yes, yes, this is turning out nicely, if I don't say so myself. Okay. And eventually the floor will not be dirt any longer. It will be, oak, but we have to get oak first. I do like how there's a lot of saplings that this produces. Once we get a composter, or start using a composter, we can make tons of bone meal. And I 100% like that idea. Okay. Alright, let's continue the outs. Well, actually, let's continue placing the andesite. I don't really see a point in putting another window right here. Let's look on the other side, because it should be the stairs, yeah. So there is no point. But, like I said, let me push these back a little bit more. Cookie cutter and cookie cutter. And this should be the last windows and everything for back here. And since that is there, put that there, carrying it on. Putting one right here. Okay. And we do need more diorite. Okay. So we'll go around the mountain and grab some of that. And I will indeed be making some pig pens and everything of the sorts. Um, so yeah, something cool like that. And I will be definitely making a cow farm. So one, we can make milk, and two, to get some leather later on in the series, so that we can make bookcases, bookshelves, and books. Because I do things a little bit differently uh, than most when it comes to enchanting. Like I was saying, that nobody could hear last episode. An idea that I had was making a mob farm, and like the skyblock type of mob farm, but not having it out in the open, having a build for it or something like that. Um, so that it has like a guise or discover a cover. Like if anyone has seen Hermitcraft or something, how they do their big bases and everything, and it's all grandeur. I kind of want to do something like that, but when they make their farms, they have, or sometimes, I know not all the time, but sometimes they cover them up so that they look good, and it's not just a regular old farm. No, what I want to do is the same thing. I want to cover everything up and make it look like it's natural. Or not natural, but it was like intended that way. Instead of just having the pure purpose of a farm, which it will be, it'll have a dual purpose of looking good. So, say if I were to make a post office, I'd make a sugarcane farm so that one, it makes paper, but two, I can turn said paper into quote unquote stamps or something like that, and something cool like that, just to add a little bit of spice into Minecraft. Because I don't really see the point in just making um, bland looking buildings and so on and so forth, and it's all not a lot of thought put into it, but it has a lot of personality. Um, because I definitely think that is a very big thing when it comes to builds, is they should have personality. If it doesn't have personality, or it doesn't have a characteristic to make it pop, then it really doesn't look good, in my opinion. Will this be going to a staircase? Yes, it will be. Darn it. No. Okay, well, I think I had it like this. Oh well. Yeah. That's the no, I feel like tough could fit in there somehow and make it look good. Yeah. Oh well. And now we go onto the inside. Over here. Um, hmm. Right here. Yes. I'm gonna put andesite right there. Um, I don't want to put it back up there. I don't exactly want it touching either, so we're gonna put it back up here. Okay, and then bottom. And then right here, yes. So there's somewhat of a pattern, in a way, that all this kind of follows. Ooh, it's raining. That's not good. No, 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 no. Ooh, that looks weird. It's like got a hue to it. Wait, where's my bed? Okay, here it is. Ooh, close call. Whew. Okay. Okay. Yep, we're good. We are a-okay now. There we go. See? Got a little bit textured. Okay. So what if I were to do this and mine this out and give it something like that? Yes, I'm liking that. Maybe making it also another 3. And then I don't really think this looks good with that, because it, like, on the inside it looks like it's cut off. So I'm gonna put that back, and it's kind of like this. Well, that is the end of this episode. So sadly, well, you know what? I'm gonna add a little bit more detail. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to add a space between all of these blocks as well. Bam, bam. Because apparently that actually doesn't look quite good. But now we have things somewhat settled. Okay, there we go. That might be something I'm gonna have to adjust. I don't think I followed that rule upstairs. Did I? No, okay, good. I followed that rule. Okay, well, apparently I wasn't following it downstairs. Alright, so this is the end of the second episode. If you guys If you guys did like the second episode of this hardcore series, please give it a nice big thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see anything else, and comment down below if you want to know something about me or have me do something, request, or so on and so forth. Alright, goodbye.